Hello guys, this is the Dude2 and this is my first in a series of videos called Learn Go with me. We're talking about Go basics, and in this video I want to talk about good shape versus bad shape. On the board, as you can see, I have 6 different shapes. These are considered good shapes. I'm not sure the names of all of them. I'm still kind of learning. But this is a bamboo joint. This is a diamond. This is Ponuki. This is a tiger's mouth, because it looks like a mouth. And this is the chair. And they're also known by different names based off of different Japanese, Chinese, Korean, English translations. And different people call them, by different names. But these are generally considered good shapes. What makes a good shape? A good shape is efficient. It adds liberties or free points, territory to you, and takes away territory from your opponent, and it provides good influence to the areas around it. Now we'll talk about influence, I'm sure, in another video, but I want to go over these 6 shapes and then give you a couple examples of bad shapes, and we'll call it a video. First I want to talk about the bamboo joint. One really awesome thing about the bamboo joint is that it's one heck of a wall. If you're here and you're building a wall and black starts trying to surround you, right, and black's coming in, you can do one of two things. You can make this, which is an inefficient shape, right, because really you only got 5 liberties if black plays here, and if black manages to play around here, look at all this influence black has, area around it, and white is really kind of screwed here. So one thing white can do is play this bamboo joint, or now that it's mentioned, now that I talked about it, this chair shape here. Okay, so we'll talk about both of them. This chair shape, what makes this shape and the bamboo joint so awesome? Really, the big difference from what I understand is the chair shape just adds a little bit more influence. Okay, what we have is a horse and a 1-space jump, and we have what's called an iron pillar, 2 stones together. What makes the shape so powerful? Well, for one, with the bamboo joint, normally if you have, if black plays here, it forces white to play here, to block. If white doesn't block, then black plays here and cuts white. So white is no longer attached. So white has 1 strong group, and white has 2 weak groups, and black has 1 strong group. Okay? So black wants to do that. White doesn't want that to happen. So white almost always blocks. So black is kind of controlling what white does. So now black can move wherever he wants. Well, let's say, here's the instance. Black plays here. Okay, well, white's going to form a bamboo joint. Oh, well, black's like, well, I'll just move on in here. Well, guess what? Black now wasted a move. Because while black peeked, white played here. White doesn't have to play here. White plays here. So now it's black's turn. Okay, well, black's going to waste a move playing here. Then white can block it. And now who's strong? Who has the influence? White has the influence. Black doesn't have poo for influence, but white's got great influence. And one nice thing is if you got like a wall going on, right? And black's got this wall here. And you're building this wall. If white has this, white is just as sturdy as black, right? But white has I-shaped potential now too. If white does decide to play here, white's next move could be here, and he's almost got a secure eye. 1 more play, and it's pretty secure, so it almost guarantees life. So it's also pretty strong as far as that's concerned. Now, the chair, once again, I want to make it clear, I recommend you watch the introductory video to explain what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to give any kind of detailed professional anything. Just showing the very basics of the shape, things that you can learn from any book. I'm just trying to simplify it. But what's nice about the chair is that it cannot be cut. Say black plays here, jumps in the middle, right? Okay, well, you know, white will attach. Okay, well, black's gonna play here then. Oh, cut, right? Well, no. White will play here. Whoa, these two groups are in trouble, right? If black don't play here, he's gonna die. So black decides to cut. White will play here, kill these. Gone. So black's not gonna cut, black's gonna play here. Well, guess what? Boom. He's in trouble again. Now who's dictating the fight? White is. So black plays here, right? Now white can either protect one of its cutting points, here, here, or with the tiger's mouth, right? Now look at this influence. I mean, you know, black is up Crap's Creek. Or if white doesn't care if he's cut, you know, he could play here. And let's say black cuts. Okay, well, now look. Black's on a ladder, right? Black is stuck. White will play here, and black will play here, and white will play here, till it hits a wall, and it's dead. So it's a very strong shape. It cannot be cut, and it puts black in a pretty crappy position if it tries to cut. Also, black plays here, boom, he's safe, right? Black plays here, white's safe. Black plays here, white plays here. Now we have a bamboo jump with an extra stone, right? If black decides to cut through, white will play here. I apologize for that. White will play here, and now these black stones are in trouble, right? So, it's a very strong shape, the chair shape. Do it as often as you can. Now, a variation of this bamboo joint, you can see we got the bamboo joint there. A variation is the diamond. It's a very strong shape. Not only is it cut proof, but it's strong. It radiates all the way around. You know, more toward the center of the board, even better. Black can't cut. Let's say black's here. Black cuts. Well, white will just play here and take it. Right? No good. If black moves around here, right, and it's black's turn, you know, black can cut in that way. Well, let's say black cuts. Well, guess what? Now white plays, and now black's in trouble. Now black can be cut. See? Another neat thing about the shape is, let's say, you know, white decides to block, and then black plays elsewhere. White's turn. Now white has a cut point on black, another cut point on black, right? And let's say black answers. Well, then white could play here, and he's got a double cut point. This is an Atari, this is an Atari. Black has to escape, white's guaranteed a capture, right? So, just one of the many examples of how to properly use the diamond shape. I'll show you the diamond shape one more time, then we'll move on. YouTube only allows me, I think, 15 minutes to a video, so I try to make these quick. Another example of good shape is right here. Punuki, it's called. Usually it's formed after capturing a black stone. It's a good strong shape because you cannot cut into it. You cut into it, you can't play in here. First of all, it's suicide. You have to literally trap your way in, and if you do spend 3 moves working your way around it, and a 4th capturing, now it's white's turn. White can capture right back after playing elsewhere, so it's always in trouble. Okay. The other shape that's good is a tiger's mouth. The thing to know about the tiger's mouth is when to use it. You want your mouth facing away from your opponent, right? So here's black and white. Got a wall. Got a wall. Black plays here. White plays here. Well, let's say white's here. It's black's turn. Black can either block here, he could play here, which makes a tiger's mouth, which is very strong, or he could play here, which is not quite as strong. If he plays a tiger's mouth this way, white cannot cut. If white tries to cut, black will capture. See? So it's pretty strong. One thing that could be done if you play this way, why it's not quite as strong, is white could play here. And that'll force black to play here. Then it's not quite as strong. You know, white can build elsewhere. If that's one of the reasons why you want the mouth not facing white, because one thing about the tiger's mouth is it's weak up front. If you play here and black doesn't block or fill in, then white can play here, and that makes a lot of cutting points. White can either cut here or cut here if he plays again. And let's say he plays here and black doesn't answer, then he plays here. Okay, well, black's going to have to protect somehow. He could protect with another tiger's mouth, right? Or he could block, but now white can cut in. It may not be, and it's still pretty strong because black can do this, right? Then white plays, and now we have black group separated, and that's not what we want. We want to try to keep our group strong and together. One last shape, being a good shape here, is, I knew the name of it, maybe it'll come to me, is right here. It's a good strong shape, but once again it cannot be split up. Black goes in the middle, you know, black here, and gone. Right? The other way black could possibly try to attack is if it comes from the side, then it's blocked in. It comes from this side, it's blocked in. If you have an eye, that's a perfectly safe eye. As long as you add a second eye to it, it can't be cut. Moving into suicide, and there's a lot of spaces around it. That being the basic with good shape, let me jump into the bad shape real quick. Bad shape is basically any shape. This is a notorious bad shape called an empty triangle. It's a bad shape because it only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 liberties. And often it's formed when white will go here, and a person who doesn't know any better, a beginner like myself, will play here, and then white will play here. Well, guess what? White has all this influence, and black has 3 liberties. Look how easy this is. Okay, it's not even safe. Still, you know, come in and capture. And it forces black to do something like this. Right? And now black is in a ladder. Black is in big trouble. It's really hard to get out of that. So it's just something else to keep in mind. I want to make it known that an empty triangle is only a bad shape if it's empty. If white is there, it's no longer an empty triangle, and it has its uses. It's still kind of vulgar of a shape, but it's not bad. It would be like if you want to prevent white from cutting through, you play there instead. So it's not bad. And any other bad shapes would be shapes that are similar to this. For instance, here, or here, right? Or here's a double empty triangle, 2 empty triangles. Very, it's just inefficient. Or a move like this, right? Or something like that. Or even, this is another pretty famous one, like this. These are all bad shapes that should be avoided if at all possible, and a good player will force other players to take into those bad shapes. I hope I didn't go over my time. Once again, the video series, Learn Joseki with me. I'm going to be covering a couple different basic. I hope this is simple enough. If you have any questions about good or bad shapes, please let me know. Email at yogoclub at yahoo.com, and keep listening for a Facebook page. Thank you very much. Have a good one.